Hey, James Robert Elliott here. I am with Cassandra O'Connor, and we're going to talk a bit about getting business advice and getting business direction by using psychedelics or plant medicine. Now, I don't condone drugs or anything like that. However, I have also find, like Cassandra has, it can be useful to get past blocks, to remove all the stop signs in your brain and get some really kick-ass answers, breakthroughs, ahas, awareness, and awakenings. So, Cassandra, getting business advice and when you're blocked or stuck or don't know what to do, overwhelmed, overloaded, you're on a treadmill and being busy, perhaps, like a lot of us are, and we're just busy being busy without taking time to actually reflect and stop. So tell me, please, a bit about this as we're both outside today. Ironically, on a day we're talking about psychedelics and plant medicine. You mentioned that one day you were, correct me if I'm wrong, a little stuck, not sure what to do, and just wanting to have a bit of insights, if you will, about business and directions to take. And you were telling me before we went live that you were expecting one thing, advice from, again, the plant medicine, if you will, on your journey. You got different advice instead. Tell me a little bit about that. That's super interesting.
Yes, thank you, James. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Cassandra O'Connor. I'm an interdimensional healer and medicine woman from Northern California, now living in Oaxaca, Mexico. And when I was making the transition out of becoming a mainstream psychologist in a clinical setting and transitioning into just wild, wild west, being a spiritual coach and taking that risk of just doing things in my own way, I was moving to a new town and I was so excited about opening my spiritual business there. And so I hired a business coach and I also consulted mushrooms. And I want to just point out that I think if I would have consulted a different kind of psychedelic or a different plant, it may have given me a different answer. But specifically with the mushrooms, I was asking, how can I help the most people and how can I be the most successful? And I was planning out the grand opening of my office. I wanted to put a sign out in front that said rituals and remedies for healing and evolution. I wanted to have a red velvet couch. I had all these plans. And the mushrooms gave me a very surprising and humbling answer. The mushrooms actually told me that the last thing that we need right now on the planet are more spiritual materialists, and that I would be better off just going to the river, which is exactly the same advice that I would be giving anybody who came to me for healing, because they can find their own healing at the river. And so I listen to the mushrooms. It's very humbling because they can also make you nauseous, especially when you need to get humbled or grounded. They have an effect where they physically make you nauseous, which takes you down a notch. I find that with plant medicine, if I go in and I'm like, yes, I'm the best, show me what a good person I am, I'm going to help so many people, they take me down a notch. And if I go in humbly and I say, look, I really don't know anything, and please just show me what's the most right thing, that's when they really open up all the secrets to the universe for me.
So what I think, not to cut you off, what I think I'm hearing is, and this is a metaphor, everyone in life, anywhere, working with business coaches, advisors, is to be open and bring down our ego, or maybe even, dare I say, our expectations, and just be open to whatever the message is, the advice, wisdom, guidance we get from anyone, including mentors, coaches, friends that have been there, done that. Or again, as you and I like plant medicine or psychedelics, I like the occasional journey, and I've learned a lot. Again, nothing condoning drugs, air quote this. But again, the realizations, ahas, awarenesses, and journeys and learnings are incredible. So this is amazing that you got this advice instead of just, okay, go be more spiritual. It's like, no, go to the river and both, I guess, metaphorically, but not metaphorically either, and just get some answers, go take action, go be different by the sounds of them what everyone else is just doing. Am I hearing that right?
Yes. And actually, then I did end up getting clients at the river and also being able to use the river as my office. And now it's actually a part of my brand to do as much as I can outside and outdoors, always emphasizing the connection with nature. And mushrooms is really good for that, including the earth's perspective in our business plan. That's something that always comes up for me.
I love it. Now, let's pause for a second, because not everyone perhaps has either done mushrooms, tried mushrooms, whether it's psilocybin, whether it's ayahuasca. whatever it is. In your experience, what has it allowed you to do? Because we're not talking about abusing drugs here. I want to be very clear. We're talking about getting these insights and ahas that can be very powerful, very fast coming insights and ahas, breakthroughs, awarenesses. And there's tons of evidence now coming out about things like ayahuasca, psilocybin, and others as well, just on how useful they are. And this is clinical evidence by research doctors, which is super cool. Tell in like maybe a 30-second overview, what does taking these mushrooms, plant medicine, or just mushroom psilocybin, what can that do for us? How does it benefit us?
It gives us a holistic worldview and helps us understand the anatomy of our interconnectedness with everything and our role in that. And it does really put a magical spin on everything, where as if you are feeling like your life is mundane, you will be able to see everything in a more interconnected and positive light as you are creating a new way of doing things, because we don't want to just keep going on, enslaving ourselves with our businesses. We really want to build businesses that are nourishing to our bodies, nourishing to the kind of lifestyle that we want to have, and also including the earth in whatever equation, including putting our own health and vitality first, and a relationship with the community. So the mushrooms are mycelium, so they're all about being interconnected, and they're all about feeling ourselves as a part of the web of all of consciousness, and feeling our role in our community, our family, and
Metaphor.
yeah.
I like that. That's cool. That's cool. I'd echo that, and I think the learnings I've had from some of these journeys and seeing shaman and shamanesses, that the learnings I've had from occasionally doing this has been incredible. Just the ahas and the awareness is coming to you about whatever life, businesses, relationships, whatever, and bringing down the ego enough to get these amazing learnings or get higher level learnings or ahas and what you already know. And like I always like to say, it's like taking all the stop signs out of your brain and just the associations, connections, ahas, awarenesses, new thinking, new plans. Again, for me, have been incredible doing this. So that's really cool. So then, interesting about from a very spiritual person like yourself, it's like instead of being this ultra spiritual person, go become more grounded, if you will, more grounded, more present, and more in touch with people. Go where people are, go where the answers are, and whatever, I think whatever that means to everyone here, because they're people, they're partners. Their tribe is, maybe they're online, maybe they're in a charity group, maybe they're networking group, maybe they whatever, right? So that's really interesting hearing this from you. What other insights did you get? I mean, you have a business coach, as do I. You combine it with psychedelic wisdom. What other learnings did you get, out of curiosity, as I'm getting covered in rain here? You're a
Oh
little
my
sunnier
gosh.
where you are than I am. I may escape to my car in a minute. But tell us more about what the learnings are. Give a couple minutes of more learnings here, and really some of the advice that you've got about your business, specifically using psychedelics, this journey or the past.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so what I really learned is that what I think the answer is going to be is often something completely different. So the other thing that was specifically business advice was go walk slowly in the trees. And what the mushrooms were actually showing me and teaching me was a feminine perspective on business, which has to do more with magnetism and being. And so getting super grounded, super embodied, feeling really good in my body, and slowed down enough that I'm feeling really open and receptive and regulated for whatever comes. And from that space, I'm infinitely creative, and I'm infinitely resourced to be able to overflow because I'm really nourished. And so that's what surprised me about what it showed me. I thought it was going to be like, get to that office and call back those people and pay that rent. And it was totally the opposite. It was like, you can actually see clients in nature. You can have nature offices. They will find you if you're really in your magnetic radiance. And we get in our magnetic radiance by feeling really good and by allowing our nervous systems to be deeply co-regulated with the earth. The earth herself holds so many codes for us and just is such a resource for us to, such an example of abundance for us.
I agree. I love that too. And even myself, when things start to, I'm burning out or deals are slowing down, customers are slowing down, I find when I'm fried, when I'm burnt out, it will destroy me. And fine, and we can't take on more stuff when we're fried and burnt out. We can't take on more anyways energetically. You start to self-sabotage, run out of energy, not want to do things, bail, procrastinate, resist. And I think that happens a lot. And this is a good reminder that if you want more, if you want more, then maybe you need to do less. It sounds weird. You need to take time, rest, and do less. And that's even been a aha this week for me too, because my body was telling me to do some rest and take it easy and just even do some reflection, which I think is great. And getting off that treadmill, if you will, of life or of business, of just doing, which is getting us more and more and more of what we've been doing versus, okay, what do I really want? How do I shift? Do I need to do more ads or less ads, or do I need to jump up and down or hire someone for marketing or whatever it is to really be thinking about it and be focused and reflective on it? I think it's a very, very valid point you have on that. And just to slow down, there's a saying I love: slow down to speed up. And there's another martial arts expression I love: slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. Another martial art, because again, you do it slow and smoothly, it's actually quicker than doing it wrong. In most people's anxious fight or flight, racing through our day, racing through our meals, even sometimes racing through a rest kind of place. So I think that's a really great aha, and just even having this medicine give you a higher level of wisdom about, hey, just chill and be present and grounded. And I think that's the best place to actually authentically connect with someone anyway. Someone's not going to hire someone if they look burnt out or frazzled, or because I'm like, well, I don't want to bring that into my business. And clearly, if they're burnt out and frazzled, they're doing something wrong. So, would I rather hire someone that is very successful, but also has a lot of life and free time? And for me, the answer is yes, because we are who we support ourselves with, and we are who we surround ourselves with. So, yeah, very
Yes,
cool.
I totally agree. And I really live by that. Are we doing 10 minutes or 15 minutes?
We can do 15. We'll do it. What's another last piece of wisdom then for people, either in general or from that the medicine gave you that was surprising, the plant medicine?
Yeah, it's just that it's so important to keep our nervous system regulated at any cost. And the best way to do that is actually to sit on the earth. And I have also channeled business plans from the perspective of Mother Earth. And this has been an interesting experiment because she's very abundant and she gives everything away for free, but it's not actually sustainable simply to take everything for free. It actually does require a reciprocity. And I also guide wild foraging workshops. And when you wild forage, if you just go, so the earth is so abundant, there's literally salad everywhere. Like if you know what plants are edible and medicinal, you can eat so much. But if we just
Dandelions
go
are one
in,
of the healthiest things we can eat, and we spray them with poison. But dandelions are so healthy. The stems can be used in salad. The greens detox your kidneys. The roots detox your liver. Italians have been eating them, and probably other countries too, with salads for millennia, probably.
but what I find is that if we were, if I have experimented before with like running my business as Mother Earth, and I found that in a system that's not reciprocal, it becomes very depleting when people just want to come and take. So when we truly understand the reciprocity between everything, whether it be the person that we're hiring and like the gratitude and respect that we feel in paying them, and how that's a prayer of gratitude, is that exchange of money, or whether it's literally the fruit that we're picking. If I just go and I rip out the whole plant, there will be nothing more. But if I literally take what I need, it will endlessly rejuvenate for me. And there's so much abundance. So grounding in with the earth, regulating our nervous system to the earth will make us feel as luscious and overflowing as a waterfall, and will give us this wisdom of how to feel the reciprocity between all of life, whether it be the person that you're hiring to edit your videos, And, instead of just trying to get the best deal, I mean, getting a good deal, but also just giving whatever we're giving with so much gratitude and understanding the true sustainability in every step of the way.
I love that because again, a lot of people want free, but there's no value in free. And free, it's a take parasitic perspective versus yes, let's exact reciprocity. Even to your point, having gratitude. I find if I'm in a crappy place, crappy mood, if I'm just thinking about how grateful I have a new phone, this is cool. I get to do cool stuff outside like this with you. And it stopped raining, which is great. I mean, who cares if it's raining? As my business, my life, I get to hang out with cool people like you, doing podcasts outside in nature, amazing, right? And it's incredible. So I think you're right. It's where our I don't want to say mindset, where our frame is at, and what we're looking at, all the crap in life, or all the things we don't have, all the hardship, or do we turn around and look at all the amazing things we have, our health, our life, our whatever, and it's that gratitude will literally attract, I believe, more of that to you. Plus, puts you in a better place, which means people want to hang out with you more. You magnetize or you attract more people. You're in a better place, better mood, more social, more jovial. People want to hang out with you. So of course you're going to make more money. It's not just spiritual. It is actually helping making more money. The more grateful you are and more present and just thinking in abundance versus thinking in lack mentality. Oh, I don't have this. I don't have that. I don't have this. They have that. They have this. Just be grateful. Yes, aim high and aim for what you want. Have great goals and also be very grateful for where you are. I totally echo that. And that was a big learning. Instead of bitching and whining, complaining, because that's so common and it's so easy to do. And it's so easy to join in on if everyone else at the water cooler is complaining and bitching and whining. I'm sure you've seen it too. It's so easy to get sucked in on versus, well, yeah, I guess that's true. But today's a beautiful sunny day or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, you're right. It is a nice day. Right. So I love that. I'll put your socials up, but really quickly, how can people find you, find out about you? I'll put your socials on the post as well.
Thank you so much. Yes, the best way to find me is on my website, lovelikeanocean.com. And that's also my Instagram handle, lovelikeanocean. I'm on most of the platforms. So Cassandra O'Connor on Facebook, Cassandra O'Connor 8888 on TikTok, and YouTube also, Earth Goddess Collective.
Cool. And I'll post those as well for you.
And I do see people in person. I do ceremonies in Oaxaca, and I come to the United States twice a year. So you can set up something with me if you want to go deeper and consult the plants on your own.
Very cool. Very cool. And even your own subconscious higher self. Like I joined one of your groups too, even the Zoom groups you have too, which are great. So everyone check out Cassandra. Thank you for being my guest today. Let's have you back again. This was a cool and different topic. I think people are going to get a lot of value at this, and this has been a lot of fun for me. So thanks for being here and helping me give value to the world.
Thank you so much, James. Enjoy that rain and that nature out there.
Sounds good. Right on. Grateful that I get to be outside. It's raining, but it's warm. I'm free. I'm alive. I can be outside.